Hello and welcome. You have found lesson 1.7 today, and we're going to start right off the bat with this thinking question. What do these words have in common? So take a look at those four words and think about what do they all have in common? Well, there's lots of things that they do have in common, but the thing that we're going to focus on today is that these are all words that might indicate addition, right? If you were looking at a word problem in math, total, sum, altogether, in all. Now, some of these words might be multiplication, but they're all going to indicate that an answer is getting bigger. And that's a key thing that we need to be able to identify. So here's our math message with this really dirty car. Oh my goodness. The Perry Meridian soccer team held a car wash over the weekend to raise money. The team players washed 46 cars on Saturday and 27 cars on Sunday. How many cars did the team wash in all? Be ready to share how you solved this problem. So take a moment on your paper or dry erase board and work on that problem. Once you're done, let's kind of what we really want to notice here is that this number is going to be getting bigger, right? They washed 46 cars on the first day and 27 cars on Sunday. So if we need to know how many they washed in all, this one's going to be an adding problem, right? We always want to visualize that and think about what would make sense. Now, in past years, you did partial sums addition, right? And this is a great method for especially for adding mentally, adding in your head. And so and in this method, you did 40 plus 20, which equals 60. You started with the tens place, and then you did 6 plus 7 equals 13, and then you added those pieces together. Right? Again, this is one of the best methods to do when you want to do problems in your head. It does take a little bit longer, but it's definitely something that's valuable. If you had something in the hundreds with this method, just kind of reminding you what you've done in the past, we'd have 200 plus 100 equals 300, 30 plus 90 equals 120, 6 plus 5 equals 11, and then we add those pieces together. And when we do that, we get an answer, 431. So that is partial sums addition. Now, our goal today is to be able to add multi-digit numbers correctly. And the standard asks us to add multi-digit whole numbers fluently, right? So fluently means a little bit faster. And that's what we're going to focus on. And this is the method that old people do. All of the old people that you know, your grandparents, your parents, your teachers, even me, we all learned to add this way because it's a little bit faster than partial sums. And you might have been exposed to this in the past, and if you were, great. What we always want to do is to take this problem that's written sideways and write it vertically, right? That means it's kind of up and down ways. And in this method, we're going to start with the ones place. 1 plus 8 equals 9, and then 5 plus 7, right? This is like 50 plus 70 is go 5 plus 7 is 12. So we're going to put the 1 there, excuse me, the 2 there, carry the 1, and then 1 plus nothing equals just 1, right? 129. So in this method, we're starting at a different spot than we did in the past. Now, on this one, and as we go, I want to show you that we want to make sure that we're estimating these problems before we really get going on them, just so that we can know that our answer is going to be, in the correct ballpark. And so as I look at 568, that's pretty close to 600. And 345, if I rounded that, that would be 300. So I'm expecting my answer to be around 900, right? When you estimate, it helps you to know whether your answer fits the question that was being asked. So in our traditional method, we'd have 8 plus 5 equals 13. We're going to carry that 1, right? Whatever is in the tens place when you add, you're going to carry to the next place value. Here we have 6 plus 4 is 10, but don't forget to add this 1 is 11. And then in the hundreds place, 1 plus 5 plus 3 equals 9, 913. Another problem we want to estimate first. And I could round these to the nearest thousand, but honestly, they both look pretty close. I'm going to use a different estimating method. This one's pretty close to 1,500, and this one's pretty close to 2,500. Okay, this is now I could have rounded the first one to 2,000 and this one to 2,000. Okay, that would work also. When I add those up, that's going to give me about 4,000. So my answer I'm expecting to be around 4,000. And one thing I didn't do on the past one, right? If you see this, and I thought this in my head, I should have said it out loud. 913 is pretty close to 900. So we know that our answer here fits the question that was actually being asked. So we'd expect here to get an answer around 4,000. Let's see if we do. Okay, we're going to start in the ones place and add 3 plus 3. 7 plus 8 is 15 and carry the 1. 1 plus 5 plus 4 is 10. So we carry again. And then we get 4 here. So we do see that we are in the right zone for that answer, 4,056. So here's one for you to do. First, I want you to estimate this, right? What do you think it's going to be close to? And then you're going to solve this problem and see if you were right. So take a moment and do that problem, please. Okay, let's check your work. Estimating this problem, I would have gone to the nearest 100 here, right? And so this is pretty close to 600. This is pretty close to 400. And so we'd expect to get an answer around 1,000. Let's see what answer we do get. 9 plus 2 is 11. 1 plus 3 plus 1 is 5. And 10 plus 4 is, excuse me, 6 plus 4 is 10. So 1,051. We can see that that was close to our estimate. So as you work through this goal to add multi-digit numbers correctly, you're going to work on this math journal page, math journal page 16. You're going to first make your estimate. Okay, make sure you make your estimate first. Sometimes we see students who do the problem and then do an estimate based on what their answer was that they got. That's not really the point. You want to make the estimate first, and then you're going to solve each problem using that, what's called the traditional addition, right? The way the old people do it. And then you're going to make sure that your answer makes sense by looking at what you get and comparing it to the estimate. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, and one word problem that you're going to do. There is another page that goes with this lesson in the math journal, but we're just doing this first page here today. All right. So our goal today is to add multi-digit numbers correctly. Let me know if you need any help, and good luck.